TAC unit officers stand by for a roll call. 8001.
8001, all set.
8802.
8802, all set.
8805.
8805, all set.
8808.
8808, all set.
8809.
8809, all set.
8810.
8810, I'm all set.
8824.
8824, all set.
8830.
8830, all set.
8844.
8844, I'm all set.
8851.
8851, all set.
8853.
8853, all set.
8854.
54, all set.
8855.
8855, all set.
8874.
8874, all set.
8861.
8861, all set.
8863.
8863, all set.
8843. 8843. 8843, Officer Daryl, Pierson. 8843, Officer Daryl Pierson, end of watch, September 3rd at 22:45 hours. ECD is clear, 22:49.
Folks, welcome back to another episode of The Fallen Badge. Today, the murder of Officer Daryl Pierson, Rochester Police Department, New York. Officer Pierson was 32 years old. He had 8 years with the Rochester Police Department. Now, he was married and he had 2 young children. Now, he'd also been a member of the Army National Guard and he'd served in Afghanistan. Now, he was a part of Rochester's tactical unit. On September 3rd, 2014, Officer Pierson and his partner had made a traffic stop earlier in the night, and a guy in that vehicle had bailed out and gotten away. It's going to be our suspect. So they get done with that traffic stop and they get to riding around looking for the suspect who had escaped from the car. Well, they saw him over on Hudson, and they pulled over. Before the officers could even get out of the car, the suspect takes off running back down Hudson. Officer Pierson gets out and starts a foot pursuit, and his partner's following along in the squad car. Now, this is a little after 9 p.m. Well, the chase goes on a few blocks. Now, there was surveillance video that they used in the court case that followed that shows pretty well the entire chase from different cameras along the roadway they were running along. Now, they get down there on Hudson near Warsaw. Officer Pierson's able to tackle the suspect. Officer Pierson's partner then pulls up and he's getting out of the car. Now, the suspect's armed with a .25 caliber pistol. The suspect took that pistol and put it up to the chin of Officer Pierson and fired 1 round. Now, that round severed an artery, so Officer Pierson was bleeding pretty badly. Officer Pierson's partners cranks off a round, hits the suspect. Suspect fires another round. I don't know if it was before or after the second officer shot the suspect, but that round hit a fella standing in his yard who was out there with his 2-year-old daughter. Hit that fella in the leg. Suspect fired a third round, and that round hit Officer Pierson's partner and wounded him. Suspect's taken into custody. Now, despite initial media reports, Officer Pierson never fired a round. His gun never left the holster. Now, Officer Pierson was transported to the hospital by a police cruiser. Now, the video, I'm not going to show all of it in this episode. I'll show most of it. But now I will show the video in its entirety in a follow-up video shortly after I put this one out. It'll show the entire event. Officer Pierson, he died at the hospital during surgery. Officer Pierson's partner treated at the hospital, and he's released, I think, a day or so later. Now, that civilian that was hit, he goes to the hospital and recovers. Now, this suspect had been released from prison in August. Now, he'd went into prison initially in 2011 on a robbery conviction, and they released him in May of 2013. So I guess evidently New York's just as liberal as Tennessee is about not keeping bad people in prison for very long. So he had a warrant for a parole violation, which that was going to send him back to the pen, serve out his robbery conviction that he should have been serving anyhow. Now, the suspect was initially charged on one count of aggravated murder, one count of attempted aggravated murder, 3 counts of assault, 3 counts of criminal possession of a weapon. Now, July 16, 2015, suspect was sentenced to life no parole, and he was given an additional 55-year sentence in prison to be served consecutively, which is what you want to hear, consecutively. Now, that 55 years, that was for the attempted aggravated murder of a police officer. So maybe actually he'll stay in prison for the rest of his life. Officer Daryl R. Pierson. End of watch, September 3rd, 2014.